Hey girl, hey, welcome to our weekly training exclusively here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community. I'm Sharvette Mitchell. Today's session is live stream like a boss, and we're going to get right into it after a little bit of an intro and we allow Facebook to send notifications out to you. We'll get started in just a moment. Hey y'all, let's get the party started. Hello, hello. Welcome to all those that are coming on in here for our weekly training live stream like a boss, live stream like a boss. I realize that it is a Monday after a holiday. So, hello, Miss McFadden. Thank you so much for being here. Great day to you as well. And I do realize that Facebook is sending out notifications to let you know that I am here and I am live. And again, I realize that it is absolutely a day that is after a holiday. So sometimes we have to shake the cobwebs off, right? On a Monday, we have to shake it off. And so shout out to those that are watching this in the replay. You're checking this later on, checking out the recording of this. Just come back in and type hashtag replay that you were here for the recording. And so I am Sharvette Mitchell, and I run Mitchell Productions, which is a marketing firm. And we work with high achieving women entrepreneurs, sometimes a few lucky men get sprinkled in, to help them increase their revenues and their profits by focusing on three things: their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. And we do that with one on one consulting, with our 12-month program that's based off of our trademark framework called the Platform Builder. We also do that with the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Some of you may be here because of that, and events and book collaboration. So, exclusively here in this community, I host weekly trainings. We switch between Mondays and Thursdays. So this week it is a Monday. And again, the topic for this particular week is live stream like a boss. Now, let me just say up front that I realize that video, number one, can be a place of fear for people. It can feel really like ooh, and then when you add the element of live stream, that can cause some fear to come up. So if you're listening to this and watching this live or in the replay, and you're like, yeah, feeling that, put a one in the comments for me. Put a one in the comments if you feel like some fear or anxiousness when you hear even like, hey, do video, and then hey, take it up a notch and do live stream video. So here's what my ask is right up front, right? Here's what I would ask. I'm not saying that the fear has to be completely dissipated. I'm not saying that you have to operate with zero fear, but what I want to encourage you to do is to think about your marketing goals and think about the clients and the potential customers you want to reach and the leads you want to get and the sales you want to make. And can you push your goals up higher than the fear? That is my ask of you today. So that's my ask. Thank you. I'm seeing already some comments. Renee is putting a one. Thank you, Renee, for saying that. Good morning, good afternoon to you. If you know someone here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community, tag them and say, hey, come on in and jump right on in this. So let's go ahead and jump in, and let's start off talking about who is this conversation for. When we have the conversation around live streaming and live stream like a boss, who is this best suited for? Well, number one, if you provide services, if your business is a service-based business, live streaming is excellent for you because you get to showcase your expertise, your knowledge, right? And that's again, professional service-based businesses, or even in the creative service-based industry. So let's say you are an interior designer, or let's say that you provide nail services or hair services. Those are service providers, but the creatives, people need to kind of see your work. Live streaming is great for you. If you are a product-based business and you can show a product and you can discuss a product, and people get to experience not just a picture of your product, but really a three-dimensional view of your product, live streaming is great for product-based businesses. Guess what? If you are a podcaster or you want to be a podcaster, if you are currently a podcaster and you're just focused on just the audio part, I would encourage you to think about and invite you to think about how to add a video element in. And I actually talk about this in the Propel Your Live Streams workshop that's coming up on Saturday, of how you can actually kill three birds with one stone. You can have video content, audio content, and then this live content. So this is a great discussion if you're a podcaster. If you are a ministry, or you lead a ministry, or your husband or someone that leads a ministry. We saw during the pandemic where like churches, they had to figure out some kind of online engagement with their audience, right? Let me know in the comments if you do go to church and if you saw that your church started doing some type of streaming or some type of online. So this is for you. Absolutely. This conversation is for you. If you're a speaker, guess what? The way to get more speaking is to speak. The way to get more speaking is to speak. And I'm going to tell you why I say that when we cover kind of some of the benefits of live streaming. But you want to think about live streaming as actual speaking. And then certainly if you are a consultant or any type of expert, your expertise, people can't really taste test that, right? You can't really give a coupon for that. You can't sample that, but they have to experience it. And during live streaming, that is one of the ways. So everything on this list, if you're coming on in, we're talking about live stream like a boss today. Everything, everybody that I've listed here can benefit from live streaming. Nonprofits, not-for-profits. And then if you host events, absolutely how to engage people that are at your event, also help you sell the next event because you can show the experience that's going on. So this whole entire group here can benefit from live streaming, can benefit. Listen, Valerie say, help us. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie saying, help us. And Valerie does live streaming in her group, and she does live streaming on her page. So Valerie, shout out your actual live stream that you do. And Valerie is going to be on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, which is live streamed in 6 locations, all at the same time. I'm going to tell you how to do that and propel your live stream on Saturday. And we also get the audio, put it in the podcast solution. We also take the audio and put it in the talk radio show platform. So there's lots of stuff that you can do. Lots of stuff that you can do. All right, great. Thank you, Gwen, for being here and for listening in, who also does some live streaming. All right, so let me share 3 benefits. I'm going to share 3 benefits of live streaming, and then I'm going to talk about like 3 things to do for your live streams so that you live stream like a boss. All right. So number 1, just to kind of entice you, if you haven't stepped your foot into this live streaming space, if you are new to this, if you're considering it, or if you're already doing it and you're like, I'm trying to go to the next level. One of the benefits for live streaming absolutely is that you get real-time engagements. Listen, you see here, I'm popping up comments on the screen. I'm able to speak to Gwen. I'm able to speak to Valerie. I'm able to speak to Miss McFadden. I'm able to shout them out. That is live engagement. The more engagement, hint, the more engagement that you have on any of your posts, Facebook, and if you're live streaming anywhere, really, Instagram and also LinkedIn, the more engagement you have on a post, those social media sites say, people are interested in that content. Let me show more of it. So you get real-time engagement that is super beneficial. And again, you can pop comments on the screen if you're using something like StreamYard, which is what I use. And I'll show you how to use that on Saturday. Or even if you're just on your phone, even if you're on your phone, you still are able to see people and interact with them. The second benefit of live streaming specifically is that it is an instant speaking engagement. Any of you here speakers, type speaker in the comments if you are listening live or listening in the replay and you actually do some type of speaking. Type speaker in the comments. Live streaming is an instant speaking engagement. So if you're in a place of, well, nobody's asking me to speak at their seminar, nobody's asking me to speak on their summit, nobody invited me to speak at their conference, guess what? What I've just created for myself in this community is a live speaking engagement every single week. All right. And so that is how you want to think about live streaming and why it is beneficial. I'm saying, great. I'm seeing some comments coming in. Miss McFadden is a speaker. Absolutely. We've got Renee is a speaker. Valerie is a speaker. So these ladies are speakers. So it's an instant speaking engagement. And that is how you want to think about live streaming. All right. The third thing that is really beneficial when you live stream and also think about taking your live streams to the next step and to the next level is that it helps you increase leads. And those of you that are service-based, that's the bloodline of our business. So people who hear something and say, let me look more. Let me schedule a consultation. Let me go to their landing page. Let me go to their website. And it also can increase sales, right? You can directly sell on live stream. It gives the audience an opportunity to ask questions or what have you, specifically address, but it helps you to increase your leads and your sales. So those are three benefits of live streaming. And if you're just popping in, hey, I'm Sharvette Mitchell, and I'm the creator of this group, Marketing Tips with Sharvette. I run Mitchell Productions, which is a marketing firm, and we work with high-achieving women entrepreneurs to help them increase their revenues by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. I am a graduate of Virginia Commonwealth University, and I have a degree in marketing. I spent 25 years in corporate America. I know I look young, but it is true. I spent 25 years in corporate America, walked away 5 years ago. This last February would have been 5 years, and have been a full-time marketing consultant ever since. I host the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, which I've been hosting for like 15 plus years. But during the pandemic, I added the live streaming component. And so that's why I know those of you that are podcasters and looking to be in that space, the live stream adds exposure to all of what you're doing. So let's jump into live stream like a boss, and welcome to all those that are popping on in. As we get into this topic, I do want to invite you to a live stream workshop that I have put together. And this particular workshop is Saturday. Yep, it's right around the corner. It's on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern, and it's called Propel Your Live Stream. And this particular workshop I have no slides. It literally is me sharing my screen and showing you the system that I'm using. So some of you are like, well, what is this that you're using? How are you popping up banners? How are you doing all that? I'm going to show you. And so join me on Saturday. You go to joinsharvette.com. There's two ways to register. $197 is your general registration, and then you can take it up to VIP. You can upgrade to VIP, which is $597, and that is including the 2-hour live workshop and a 1 hour one-on-one with me, which is usually $500 by itself. And so I invite you to go to joinsharvette.com, grab your seat, and I want to see you on Saturday in that virtual workshop, so you can participate from anywhere in the world. All right, so live stream like a boss. Here's step one. Especially if you have downloaded the marketing planner and you're taking notes. Before you go live, you want to think about a eye-catchy, spicy title. I have seen people go live and they don't even put a title in the live stream. Welcome to all those that are coming on in. If you're new, type new in the comments. I want to shout you out. Thank you for being here. And again, our topic that we are talking about today is live stream like a boss. All right. So the first thing that you want to make sure that you do is you think about a topic, and you want the topic to be something that people would want to click on. Right. And I've seen people do live streams and there's no topic. They either forgot or what have you. So that's one thing to make sure that you do, that you come up with a topic and that you add the topic to the video. Now, if you're live streaming, oh, look at all of our new guests that are here. Thank you so much for being here. Miss Evans, thank you so much for being here. Miss Crenshaw, thank you for being here. So you want to think about a topic and keep in mind, a lot of your views are going to come in the replay, in the recording, and guess what? Being a internet radio host for 15 plus years now, I learned that way. I learned that, I did my show live, and I do my show live, but the replay and people that come back later to the podcast, to the radio show, to the video is always higher than live. All right. So don't get caught up in there were only 10 people live. There's going to be 100 in the replay. Like, that's legit how it works. So that's why it's important to have a catchy topic, so that people that are scrolling, they will know what you are talking about. So spend some time thinking about a catchy topic, all right, and title for your live stream. And then make sure you add it to the live stream. The second thing here is that you want to make sure that you introduce yourself and your topic. And the reason that might seem like, for some of you, that might seem like common sense, but I can't tell you the amount of times I've watched a live stream and people did not introduce themselves. So you don't want to take for granted, and you don't want to assume, well, everybody that's on my page, they already know me. That's not the case, because your audience is always growing, right? And that's what we want. Your exposure is always growing. Plus, you got to think about people that are watching. If it's not being exclusively held in like a Facebook group. So like, for instance, this training is exclusively here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette. It is not available anywhere else. But for the majority of us, when we're doing live streams, it's on our business page, it's on our personal page. People can share it. So when they share it with their audience or share it with someone, that person doesn't know who you are. So make sure you spend some time introducing yourself. It can be your elevator pitch, it can be whatever, but just think about the person that doesn't know you. Make sure you introduce yourself. Here's another way why I found out that this that people, a lot of times people don't do this, or they forget to do it. Sometimes when I'm hosting my radio show, which again is by live stream, and then we pull the audio and put it into the podcast, which is what I'll show you about in the Propel Your Live Streams. There's a guest name that might come up that I'm not sure how to pronounce. So I will go to their social media and try to find a video where I can hear them say their name. And sometimes I have to scroll before I get to a video where they just like said their name. So that's how I know about that. And then you also want to make sure you're saying the topic as well. So not just having the topic kind of up in the title, but you want to make sure that you are introducing yourself and that you're saying the topic in your live stream. If you all have any questions, go ahead and type those in the comments. Go ahead and type those in the comments now. The third thing here on this Monday after a holiday, so I shout you out for even being here. I know we kind of got to shake off the cobwebs. Some of you, did some of you have spring break last week? Let us know in the comments if you like, what, I had the kids all last week. I'm just trying to get back to my adult thinking. So the third thing that's really powerful as we talk about this topic of live stream like a boss, and these kind of three main tips that I'm going over with you, is that you want to make sure that you're sharing really great content. Let's kind of start there. So prepare for your live streams. Sometimes, and one of my clients, Dana, she might pop in here. I remember when I'd given her an instruction like, hey, go live. And she did like one of her first, 1 or 2 live streams. And she was like, I was like all over the place. Like, I don't even know what I said. And so preparation increases confidence. Let me say that again. Preparation increases confidence. So if you're already in a space of, being live and like whatever happens is kind of nerve wracking, prepare. So make sure that your content, when we talk about live streaming like a boss, and you all are leaders, you're experts, you are business owners, you are service providers, some of you have products. And so you are in an expert place, an expert position. You want to present that to your audience. So you want to be thinking ahead of time. What's very helpful for me is that I have my points that show up on the screen here in these kind of banners. So it helps the audience to kind of stay in tap and stay in touch with what I'm talking about. that is very helpful for me. And again, I'm using StreamYard. And so I'll show you all how to do that and how to use that on Saturday when you sign up for the workshop. But you want to make sure you come with, and it doesn't have to be long. You could be on, I say aim for 15 to 30 minutes, kind of in that range, because that gives the social media platforms time enough to kind of send out notifications, show your, your live stream in the feed, and help your audience get more built. Also gives times for people to share the content. So if you're too short, that you kind of cut some of that out. But aim for 15 to about 30 minutes. And again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments there. And then prepare content. Now, a good rule of thumb, maybe three points, right? So you don't want to inundate your audience and make them feel very overwhelmed. But even 3 points. But the thing is, you want to think about it ahead of time. So great content begets and gets listeners. And listeners are listening in, and viewers are listening in and watching because your content is great. So make sure whatever you're presenting, your content is great. Then tied to that, for us as business owners, there is a call to action that we want the viewer and the listener to do. Somebody type in the chat, somebody type in the comment what a call to action is. That phrase may be new for some people that are watching this. So what do I mean when I say call to action? Let me jump over here to the comments. Thank you, Karen, for being over here and being here. We kind of connect on Instagram and I think TikTok. I think we're following each other on TikTok. What do I mean by call to action? And so this is something that you don't want to forget to do. So as you're sharing great content that is about your business or your expertise, your services or your products, you want to tell the audience what to do. Thank you, Ms. McFadden. The next step to take. So within your videos, every single video, there is a action or a next step that you want your audience to take. And guess what? You don't want to leave it up to the audience to figure out. You want to specifically tell them. People are so inundated with like a lot of information, right? Especially on social media, they're inundated with information. And a lot of times people are kind of just scrolling. And so you want to jog kind of their mind like, oh, go, let me put it into play right here. Join Sharvette.com. That is the call to action for this video, especially for those of you who are looking to take your live stream to the next level. And you're saying, Sharvette, how do you have this border? And how are you popping up this banner? And how are you, sharing content on the screen and all of that? My call to action to you is I want to show you like literally on Saturday. So register, join Sharvette.com. So that's an example of a call to action. Thank you very much. Let's see here. I'm seeing Renee saying call to action. Take the next step to schedule appointments or register or enroll or buy a ticket. Take an action. Beautifully said. So you want to remember, as you are live streaming like a boss, right? That you're driving your audience to an action. And it can be, like she said, make an appointment, which is not necessarily them swiping their card. It is them, that's the next step. To get into your customer cycle and to get into your customer journey, them having to have a consultation with you, that's the lead. I started off by saying live streams help you get leads, right? That is them taking a step to become a lead. But then there are those of you that'll watch this and say, okay, well, I want to be in Sharvette's workshop on Saturday, and you're going to go to joinsharvette.com and purchase a general registration ticket, or you're going to purchase VIP. And so that is person pulling out their card and swiping, right? So that is beautiful. Yep. I love it. Valerie said how someone can work with you. That's a call to action. Hey, explaining what your services and your products are on the live stream, and then specifically telling them. That's why I love live streaming and video in that sense, because you can elaborate more. Sometimes on a post, there are people who will read long posts, and there's another population that doesn't. Some people are visual learners, some people are auditory learners, and so they receive and they retain information differently. That's why you want to have different types of content on your, within your marketing plan, and live stream is one of those that lets you combine all of that. Oh, thank you, Karen. She said, been following since 2012. Thank you so much. Wow. So that's like 10, 11 years. My goodness. Thank you for being around. Thank you. Which brings up a point. I am not new to this. I am true to this. Been in these streets, and consistently been here. And so, let me recap. Let me recap these 3 steps that will help you live stream like a boss. Before you go live, think about an eye-catchy topic. Make sure you include the topic on the actual video. Sometimes people miss that, but it's going to also entice people and help them kind of figure out where they are within your content and help them decide that they want to watch your actual video, especially if they're coming back later and if they're coming in live. The second thing you want to do is you want to make sure you introduce yourself. And don't be bashful or feel like, well, they know me, my audience knows me. Do not make that assumption. Think about the video content being shared. And also there's a lot of people that are following you that they don't know what you're doing. And here's the other thing. Some of you have shifted. Some of you have shifted what you're doing. So does your audience actually know? Has anyone had a shift over the last, year and a half of what you were providing and now what you're providing? Type shift in the comments if you're live or in the replay. So some of you have shifted. So you're assuming your audience knows, but they actually don't know. So make sure you introduce yourself and what your topic is and what you're going to be talking about. And then the third step to live stream like a boss is to make sure you're sharing great content. Like you're just not on just to be on. Make sure that your audience, because here your audience, the type of content that you're sharing indicates to the audience what you bring to the table, what your service brings to the table, what your products are. I think if you're product based, a really great case study to go look at and follow is Sharice Jones of Sassy Jones Boutique. Sharice has I think her company is like in the 80 millions now, but she started off live streaming with her phone, propping her phone up on diaper boxes. She had 2 twin baby boys. She propped her phone up on diaper boxes that the diapers were in, and started showing her jewelry and started showing that. So she's a really great case study to go look at. But it produced great content. And then what was the call to action? Go buy, right? Go buy. So those are the three steps here on this Monday after a holiday. So look, thank you, Carla R. Jenkins. She's here, a faithful supporter of the community and always tweets. She's on Twitter. She's a heavy Twitter person. So if you're on Twitter, follow Carla. So she's had some shifts. Also, let's see here. Renee is saying, oh yes, shift, right? And so don't assume that your audience knows. Any questions for me? Any questions for me? And again, on this coming Saturday, I am hosting Propel Your Live Streams. I don't have any PowerPoint slides. It will be me showing the behind the scenes of what I'm using here in StreamYard. That's what I'm going to show you, of how to set it up, how you can live stream and be streaming in multiple places. Some of you have YouTube channels. You might do a little bit of live stream on Facebook, but you're like, I got a YouTube channel, but I haven't posted any content and I don't know when. Well, using StreamYard, you can stream live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all at the same time. So I want to talk to you about multi-streaming so that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. I'm also going to talk to you about these visuals that help your viewers kind of know what you're talking about, help you have your talking points. And guess what? It helps you too, because sometimes you can forget what you were going to talk about, but I've got my little points over here that I just popped them up. So that keeps you on track and makes you feel more confident. So I'm going to show you that. All of these visuals that you're seeing, you're like, Sharvette, how is this in your brand? How do you look? I can take that off. I can change that. There are videos I can play. I can not have a banner. I can have an overlay. And those of you that upgrade to VIP for the actual workshop, you're going to get some banner. It won't be as fancy as this one, but you're going to get some overlays and some background templates that you can just adjust your colors and rock and roll. And so I'm going to be showing you all of that on Saturday live. I'm going to show you how you can have interviews and panel discussions. So you can have two people on the screen, which is what I do every single Tuesday on my radio show. You can have a 4-person panel discussion. So all of that you have the capability to do. You can share your screen. Those of you that are saying, I'm scared to do live stream, I don't want to be, center focused. Well, if you share your screen, look how the video shrunk, right? So I don't have to be like the main focus, of the video. So for some of you, you have the flexibility of how much you want to be present and how much you don't want to be present, up on the screen. So let me get back to my main thing here. So all of that I'm going to show you in Propel Your Live Stream. Again, you can register for the 2-hour live workshop. It's not a recording, it's live, which will also enable you to have Q&A for $197, or you can upgrade to VIP. That'll give you the 2-hour live workshop. You will also get overlay, which this is the picture in the front, and then the color in the back. You'll get templates that you can just adjust your colors, your brand colors, and put your words on it, and you're ready to go. And you also get VIP, also gets 1-hour session with me, one-on-one. Each individual VIP gets a 1-hour, a one-on-one implementation session with me. And so that's $597. So I invite you to register. Yes, this is coming Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in like California, it's not too bad. You got 7:00 in the morning. It won't be too bad. And then you will get the replay. You also get the recording. Let me say it that way. So the session will be recorded, and so you will get the recording. So that way you'll be able to go back when you're kind of implementing things and say, oh, what did she say about this? How to play video, intro videos, outro videos, how to play music. You'll get all of that. So let me check the comment here. Yeah, absolutely, Renee. So the economy dictated her shift, and business changes are evident to continue to win. Absolutely. I am completely in alignment with that. And I do feel that live streaming is one of the things that helps with those of you that are realizing there's something else that I need to be doing, And again, yes, Renee, talking points keep you on track and keep people interested. And there are people you also got to think about. There are some people that take notes, like literally there's some of you that might be here, like actually writing out notes, or you might be taking notes online. And so that helps with that as well. So great. Any questions as we wrap up? Our next training here in the group is going to be Thursday. So we go between Mondays and Thursdays. So Thursday, April 20th is the next training. If you are new and you're like, hey, I just got in the group, we have a lot of great new community members that are continually to come into the group. So check back for the old videos, the past videos that we've been doing. One easy way to do that, if you're on desktop, is to go to the guides section. It'll be at the top of the group, the guide section, and I have all of the videos like lined up there. So that's one of the easiest things to do there. And I look forward to seeing some of you in the workshop on Saturday, live workshop on Saturday. Propel your live streams, multi-stream, stream to different platforms, do interviews, show videos, show content, all live sharing of screens and all of that. I will show you that on Saturday. Hey, Ayana, thank you so much for stepping on in. Let me capture this comment. Hey, Gwen Mills, thank you. Is this live? Let's see. Is this live? Have a replay? I just got on. Yes. So this is live, and this recording will stay in the group. So you'll be able to go back as soon as we hang up in like I'm over my time in like a minute or two. You'll be able to go back within the Facebook community. This is exclusively offered here in Marketing Tips with Sharvette. So this content isn't anywhere else. And yes, you'll be able to check out this replay and also any of the other videos that we have done. And Ayana, she does live streaming as well, and she uses the same platform that I use, so she can testify in the chat that it is something that will be beneficial to help you get leads and drive revenue, and make you more confident and make your live stream stand out. Like this live stream, you got to admit, if you're scrolling all of this stands out, right? All of the banners popping up, they stand out. Wonderful. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, it is a wrap. Thank you for those that are just coming, just coming on in. Check out the recording of this. It will stay here in the group. And then again, I look forward to seeing some of you on Saturday. Thank you for the comments. I'm scrolling back through on Saturday for our Propel Your Live Streams 2-hour live workshop hosted by myself, and it is completely live. There are no PowerPoint slides. It is literally me sharing my screen and walking you through the system. So it is hands-on. So you'll be able to multi-stream, interview, do videos, do intro videos, share banners, share presentations, share PDFs. I'm going to show you how to do all of that on Saturday. So I look forward to seeing you all there. $197 is the general admission, and $597 is the VIP. And the VIP comes with a 1-hour one-on-one session with me. So there. Thank you. Yes, thank you. And Renee has done a power session with me before. Ayana is saying yes, it is very beneficial. Live streaming is very beneficial. All right. We will see you all later on the web. Thank you for those that popped in. Catch our replay and all of that good stuff. And I'll see you later. And let me just throw up the banner. Bye.